Hey, good morning. This is Derek Demore with Futures Demore and Futures Networks Live. Hope you had a good weekend. We're here to review the markets and check out what we did at opening bell and show you how the trades went. Our proprietary or our back-tested signals we're saying for a short long-term long in this year, but because we were coming up against 4,200, the 1 hour on the NASDAQ looked short to me, and we were trying to get above this 2286 line on the Russell. I just felt that short was the way to go. So kind of all of us chose to go short, and that seemed to be a good call as we crushed it in all three markets. And market, I tried to get in at market. When you're doing 6 different trades right here, it's hard to get in. So market on these, I'm just going off of what market would have been 41.9825, and we hit 90. We actually hit 90 even, I think, or 89.75. So we got our 8 points on the S&P. We got our 24 plus, man. We could have gone 15 down to 56. It's like 65 points. Holy cow. 70 points. And then the Russell, very similar. Kind of give us a little fake out, but a good trade there. So we made max points this morning. Limit orders, if I would have tried to get in on my limit orders, may not have gotten in on some of them. So goes to show you that market sometimes is better, especially when there's hardly any tail. Did get in on the M2K, would not have gotten in on any limit orders on the NAS or the S&P. So I would have only been in one trade this morning. So I'm going to note that and go from there. Let's see how we did on the calls. All right, so on the dailies, I had these two extremes, and again, it came down and got into the circle, and then it backed off. So basically what that's, we could look at the 5-minute from that day, but it raced down, it touched the 10, and it just didn't sit there. It pulled back to 41.74, which that's an interesting spot. And then it gapped up from, the close, and then over the weekend, it gapped up, let's see, 75 to 81. That's 6 points. That's huge. So let's figure out what today is going to bring. So I did some quick analysis. I put these longer term channels where I don't think we're going to get there today, but if it was to go up, that's 42.44. That's a huge run, but this is a long-term channel that eventually we could get up to that. And then there's a steeper one based off of kind of this channel that's back here. And that's even higher. Now I just felt Bollinger above all-time high come up and end up in this spot to me. And then the other one, I can see this that we're right here. So if we turn around today and we decide to go back and we're below the 10 period, I think we're going to get to maybe the middle of the Bollinger. If we took this other trend, let's see, are we going to break it? Now let's stay in it. So on this side of it, kind of down there. All right, let's move on to the NAS. Well, and here are the calls on the NAS from Friday morning. So basically split the uprights. It came down to a spot that I could see definitely looking left that it came to, and then it just didn't keep going. It didn't end up at the 21 period. It stopped at the middle of the Bollinger, which that's what I think is going to happen with the S&P today. So, what is this going to do? Interesting. Well, I liked my calls from Friday. It just didn't do what it was going to do. If this breaks above this, then we're probably going to get close to testing the all-time highs. It might end up right at this 14,000, just above 14,000. If we decide that this is the trend line and we're not going to really, we might wick above it, but if this is, ends up where we just hit the wick, then coming down to this spot is very doable today. All right, on to the Russell and finish. Well, on the Russell, we actually hit my spot. It, for whatever reason, it did. The other two didn't go down to the 21 period. This one did. So the Russell was just ready to do it. Is the Russell leading the others right now? I don't know. We're going to find out, but 2,300 is it just cannot get back above and stay above that line. In fact, when I put the line at the 2,300, you can really see, I mean, this is, a day above and then right back below. So we've really only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days above, significant closes above that 2,300 line. So, and that looks like a very distinctive head and shoulders to me. So I'm trading this short until it closes above the 2,300. So it seems like a very distinctive line. It's interesting, the pattern that we had, and I think I noticed it, but it's even more apparent now that we were going up 2,300. We closed right at it, kicks over, almost gets the bottom of the steep channel that we had, and then closes back below it. And since the last 2 days, we've been below. So this is where I'm thinking at the end. And I like everything that we talked about today. We had complete positive points for breakfast. So it was a really good day. And thanks for being a part of Futures to More and Futures Networks Live. And we're just getting better and better as traders. So thanks for being here. Hope you've learned, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.